Hey guys, so let us talk about the following because it was kind of cray-cray last night, but when I think about it, I guess it's kind of cray-cray every week. The big news, we should just all acknowledge the fact that I was right, and so many of you were right, I'm sure. How could we not figure out that Lily Gray was a plant? As soon as she survived the whole train car massacre, she immediately went to the top of my suspect list, and sure enough, it turns out that she's one of Joe Carroll's freaking followers, and that she's crazy. The big twist about her, though, and they totally got me on this fact, is that it turns out that Lily Gray is Luke and Mark's mother. What? So the crazy twins now have a crazy mom, and I wonder where Dad's at. I'm sure he's dead somewhere. Meanwhile, Joe is still living out in the woods, but of course he killed the pastor last week, so we get that his hiding spot is getting ready to not be such a great one. We've also really been seeing him kind of build this connection with the daughter that lives there at the house with this mother who's a prostitute. The daughter's name is Mandy, and she is really attached to Joe. I was really concerned that he was gonna kill her, right? Because I figured he was going to kill the mother before he left. The crazy part, though, is that it turns out that it's Mandy who ends up killing her mother. It's almost like she was trying to show Joe, like, I want to go with you so much. Like, I want you more than I want her. Let me prove to you, how much I don't want you to leave me. And so we see this young girl basically like stab her mother in the gut. It was kind of crazy. Speaking of Mandy, I think my favorite line of the night was towards the beginning of the episode after Joe had killed the pastor. And Mandy was there for that. And Mama hadn't come home from work yet. And Mandy kept saying to Joe, like, Mama's gonna be home soon and she's gonna be mad. And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, Mama's gonna be mad that we killed the pastor in the living room. You think? You think Mama's gonna be mad? I really hope that she is. By the end of the episode, we see Joe and Mandy basically burn the house down. How symbolic is that? We are burning up the old life and we are headed off into whatever new crazy killer adventures we're heading into. Out of the frying pan into the fire, basically, or out of the fire into the frying pan, whichever way it goes. That way. But yeah, I'm really getting this sense that Joe looks at this young girl almost as a daughter figure. It just makes me feel like we're gonna see more of him teaching her how to be like him, which is not such a great thing, of course. Now, back in Ryan land, the FBI has pretty much figured out what Ryan's been up to. Mike ends up finding Ryan's secret crazy bat cave. And I think the more and more we see of Ryan, the more we're starting to see that his healthy facade is just that. He has been screwing up a lot, and the FBI starts to figure out all of the stuff he's been lying about. But at the same time, we get that Ryan is very helpful because all of the cult people want to reach out to him, and Ryan is the one who figures out about Lily Gray. So I guess he's done some good, but at the same time, it seems like he's not really ready to come back and work with the FBI. He obviously is still carrying around a lot of guilt about people like Deborah, and about Claire's death as well. You pretty much just get that he doesn't want any more people to kind of die on his watch. The other big news is that we kind of saw a meeting of the minds when it came to the two kind of crazy Joe Carroll cults. So you got Emma and her group, and then you have the twins and whatever's going on there with them. And one of the twins, right, Mark, is kind of obsessed with Emma, and you get that a little bit. He arranges a meeting with her, and while Emma is meeting with him, the FBI actually ends up finding the safe house. They basically end up arresting or killing all of the people that Emma was with, so she's kind of on her own now. It seems like because Mark likes her, they're gonna take her in, but I don't know that she should feel all that safe. And why is it that I'm starting to feel a little bad for Emma? It's crazy though, because I feel like there's a part of me that's kind of rooting for her. Because she is basically like a sheep that is just entered the wolf's den. Those people are crazy, and they seem like they would hurt her. So yeah, you guys, I thought it was another really good episode. Lots of twists and turns, even though, I kind of figured out that Lily Gray was bad, because I'm a TV watching genius. And humble at that, too. Even though I figured that out, they still surprised me. This show does that every week, though. And it's always creepy, scary, and weird. So I can't wait to see what's coming next. As always, you guys, I would love to hear what you thought about this week's episode. Make sure you tell me about that down in the comment section below. And I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.